All right, that's better. What's up? What's up to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world? Welcome to another live edition Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. Here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I am actually coming at you not from North Carolina, but from Hollywood, California, on a little mini vacation to check out the Persona Live 2026 Awakenings concert, which actually happened yesterday, which was a blast. First ever Persona concert in the United States, and they definitely made it count for sure. Had a blast. It was at the Dolby Theater. Was such a good time. A lot of people showed up, and yeah, the crowd was very lit. Everybody had fun. There were a lot of Persona cosplayers, and it was really cool. It was really cool. And yeah, they did 3 total shows, one on Friday and 2 on Saturday. I went to the first Saturday show, so it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. And I'm hoping with the success of this concert that they will consider doing a tour going forward. Hopefully they'll come through the East Coast. I think that would be really cool. And hopefully I get a chance to see them again because I think that'd be awesome. But anyway, I wanted to get on here because during my time, I actually got a chance to catch up on some wrestling. So, for this live stream, going to be talking about a couple of things. First off, I'm going to go over the Stardom Awards 2025 award winners. So, that's been set. I'm going to go over that. Then, I'm going to go over the current standings of the TJPW Futari Wa Princess Max Heart Tournament 6. And as the semifinals have been set. And then I'm going to finish off giving my review of Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary Icon Forever show that took place the other day. Got caught up on that. So, going to review that. And because I'm not at my computer for obvious reasons, I took some notes so I could keep up with everything. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. A lot of people coming in. So, gonna start with the Stardom Awards for 2025. Like I said, they usually do their wrestling shows in January, and then they take a moment near the end of January to do an awards show for the previous year. So I have the winners of said awards, and I have to say, quite an interesting list, if I may say so myself. But let's go ahead and go over the winners. So, and like I said, this is for last year, for 2025. Alrighty. So the winner for the best technique goes to Shuri. Of course, Shuri is the leader of God's Eye, and she is currently the IWGP Women's Champion, as well as the NJPW Strong Women's Champion. So congratulations to Shuri. The Fighting Spirit Award went to Starlight Kid. Of course, Starlight Kid, currently the leader of Neo Genesis, so congratulations to her. The award winner for Outstanding Performance goes to Saya Ida of Stars. And you know, I could definitely vouch for that. Saya Ida has had an incredible 2025. So I definitely have to agree there. Okay, the Special Achievement Award went to Tam Nakano. That's right, the recently retired Tam Nakano. So, not who I would have thought, but I guess it is what it is. All right. The Topic Award, which I can kind of understand why this particular recipient got this award, went to Fuwa-chan. I know there has been a lot of buzz behind Fuwa-chan, pretty much restarting her pro wrestling career through Stardom. And I have to say, she has definitely gotten off to a pretty dang on good start. I know her story has been very interesting / controversial, but it's a new year. We're here in 2026, and things seem to be taking off really well for Fuwa-chan. So we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, the Shining Award goes to Saya Kamitani. Of course, Saya Kamitani from Hate, who is the current World of Stardom champion. The Best Unit Award goes to Hate, which that unit has definitely gotten pretty big and pretty popular, especially when it comes to championships as well. I mean, you have Saya Kamitani as your World of Stardom champion. You have Konami as a Wonder of Stardom champion. You have her, Erina, and Fukigen Def as your Artists of Stardom Trios champions. You have BMI 2000 and Natsuko Tora and Ruaka as your Goddess of Stardom Tag Team champions. Azusa Inaba, even though she doesn't have a Stardom championship, she's the current Queen of JTO champion. So pretty much everybody in Hate right now has a championship. So I mean, they're definitely doing their thing. And speaking of Hate, the best bout went to Saya Kamitani versus Tam Nakano from All-Star Grand Queendom last year, 2025. So shout out to Saya Kamitani and Tam Nakano, which was Tam's last match, which of course she lost that match to Saya Kamitani and was forced to retire. Excuse me. I believe the best tag team, went to BMI 2000. Let's see. And then MVP, the big one, MVP went to Saya Kamitani. Honestly, not surprised there. Not only was she Stardom MVP, but she was also Tokyo Sports MVP, the first woman to win said MVP. So Saya Kamitani has really been on a roll. To be honest with you, she's really been on a roll ever since joining Hate. And I don't think that's going to slow down anytime soon. And I know that she recently lost the NJPW Strong Women's Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 20 to Shuri, but she's at least still the World of Stardom champion. And I don't think she's going to lose that title anytime soon. So, but those are your Stardom Awards 2025. But yeah, quite an interesting list. But most of it lines up. Most of it lines up. So, very nice, very nice. But I thought they had a best tag team on there. Or maybe. Okay. Okay. Now let's switch gears to TJPW. So they just had the quarterfinals completed of the Futari wa Princess Max Heart 6 Tag Team Tournament. Quarterfinals are completed. Semifinals are now set. So, for the quarterfinals, we had Mizuki and Uta Takami defeat Prism Greed. It was a good matchup, but Mizuki Uta Takami turned out to be too much for Yuki Aino and Haru Kazushiro. Mizuki Uta Takami advanced to the semifinals. And then you had a really good back and forth bout between Daisy Monkey and Miyu Yamashita Kayatori Bami. Of course, Daisy Monkey, that's Suzume Arisendo. That was quite an epic match between both of those teams that really could have gone either way. But Daisy Monkey was able to inch out with the victory. Of course, Arisendo hit that torture rack cutter onto Kayatori Bami to pick up the victory, the 1-2-3. Excuse me. So Daisy Monkey are your winners. So we have our first semifinal match set, which will be Daisy Monkey, which is Arisendo and Suzume. They will take on the combo of Mizuki and Uta Takami. And then on the other side of the bracket, we had Palm Paler, which is Palm Harajuku Max the Impaler, upset Daydream, which is Mayu Iwatani, Rika Tatsumi, which was a pretty fun but also intense showdown. Of course, Daydream came out with pitchforks to help try to control and keep down Max the Impaler, which worked for a bit, but wasn't enough to eventually get the victory. But Palm Paler advances to the semifinals as they were able to put away Daydream. And like I said, many would say this was kind of an upset. But at the same time, Palm Paler has made it as far as the finals before. So not too crazy of a surprise, but still, Daydream has been together a lot longer than Palm Paler. So not to mention, Daydream has won this tournament before. But Palm Paler with the victory, they advanced to the semifinals. And then the main event came down to the Princess Tag Team Champions of Uber Eats, that's Yukikami Fuku, Wakana Uehara. They went up against the combo of Yuki Arai and Mifu Ashita. And I have to say, Yuki Arai, Mifu Ashita definitely did not make it easy for Uber Eats. Of course, they were coming off a big upset victory over Bumping Gritters. But unfortunately, this was where the party ended for Yuki Arai and Mifu Ashita, as Wakana was able to submit Mifu Ashita with the banana pillow. It took 2 tries, but she eventually got to submit Mifu Ashita with the banana pillow to secure the victory for Uber Eats. Uber Eats advances to the semifinals, and they will take on Palm Paler. That's right. So those are your semifinal matchups. Okay. So Palm Paler, which is Palm Harajuku, Max the Impaler, versus Ober Eats, which is Yuki Kamifuku, Wakana Uehara. To be honest with you, being that the winners of this tournament will get a tag title shot at Grand Princess, I don't necessarily see Ober Eats coming away with this one. So I'm actually going to say Palm Paler defeats Ober Eats to punch their ticket to the finals of this tournament. So yeah, I'm picking Palm Paler over Ober Eats. And then the other semifinal matchup, which is Daisy Monkey, that's Arisendo Suzume versus Mizuki Utatakami. To be honest with you, this one could kind of go either way. This one could go either way. But to be honest with you, regardless of who wins between these two teams, I think Palm Paler is going to end up winning the whole thing. I just have that feeling that they're going to end up winning the whole thing. But as far as this matchup specifically, I am going to say, you know what? I'm going to say Mizuki Utatakami for the upset over Daisy Monkey. Yeah, I just have a feeling, which, you know, if Daisy Monkey won, I wouldn't be too surprised, but I got a feeling that Mizuki Utatakami are going to make it to the finals. So I'm going with Mizuki Utatakami versus Palm Paler in the finals, with Palm Paler winning this tournament and getting their tag title shot at Grand Princess. Speaking of Grand Princess, we now know another match that has been confirmed for Grand Princess 26. So, we now know who the opponents are for Konosuke Takeshita, Yuka Sakazaki. They will face in a special tag team against the combination of Super Sasadango Machine and Hyper Misao. Yeah, I gotta keep it real with y'all. Not exactly the team I would have imagined to get this match. You know, I thought it would have been more of a I just don't see Super Sasadango Machine and Hyper Misao really being a threat to Takeshita and Yuka. But I mean, I'm guessing we're going to get a good dose of comedy out of this match. But not really the matchup that I was expecting. But I'm hoping it will run, you know, funny, exciting. I'm at least hopeful for that. But yeah, so that's been confirmed for Grand Princess 26. So yeah. So far, we have that match, and we have Mayu Iwatani and Yuki Arai for the Princess of Princess Championship. So Grand Princess 26 is really shaping up. I think it'll be a good show, which it usually is a good show every year. But it's definitely shaping up really well. Okay, that takes care of that. Now, it's time to get into a review. So, Mayu Iwatani's 15th anniversary Icon Forever show That's right, 15 years as a pro wrestler. It's crazy. But this match, or this show, happened at Corcoran Hall. This was January 23rd or 24th. But yeah, had quite a good card with a few championship matches along the way. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay. First match, we had a three-way match. We had SYOKO Koshino versus Hummingbird versus the Mad Dog of Naniwa, Yuuka Yamazaki. Great opening match. Definitely loved all three ladies in this match. There was a moment where SYOKO did a tornado DDT, and it was a little bit sluggish, almost borderline a botch. But aside from that, it was a very solid match. Loved the amount of offense that Yuuka Yamazaki got in. So I was very impressed with that. She continues to impress more and more each time I see her. But this was a good, solid match. But it would be SYOKO Koshino that would pick up the victory. She hit the mud splash off the top turnbuckle onto Yuuka Yamazaki. Got the 3 count. SYOKO Koshino, your winner. And even though she tried to help Yuuka Yamazaki to the back, she wasn't really feeling that. So, a little bit bitter. But it be like that sometimes. Okay, the next match we had a tag team match where we had the team of Naoya Ishikawa and Chika Goto taking on Darkness Revolution's Nagisa Nozaki and the Black Diamond Seto. Another pretty solid match. Chika did hit a giant swing on Nagisa. It looked like she kind of struggled a little bit, but was able to get off with the giant swing on Nagisa Nozaki. But you know what? Chika and Naoya Ishikawa, they put up a really good fight. But it would be Darkness Revolution to get the victory as Nagisa pinned Naoya Ishikawa after hitting a full Nelson slam. Pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. Darkness Revolution, your winners. That's Seto, Nagisa Nozaki. But still a really good effort from Naoya Ishikawa and Chika. Okay, the next match we had was a singles match. We had Victoria Yuzuki, the current Marigold United National Champion, going one-on-one in non-title action against Komomo Minami. And let me tell you, this match went the distance, hard-hitting back and forth, and Komomo continues to get better and better. She is really, slowly but surely, turning into a threat. That's right. And it's only a matter of time before she really gets elevated even more in Marigold. She really took Victoria Yuzuki to her limit and just kept coming back. Both ladies just kept coming back, trying to one-up each other. And it went the absolute distance all the way to a time limit draw. That's right. Went to a time limit draw between these two. And you know what? Even though Komomo Minami didn't win, I still kind of count it as a win for her. I mean, time limit draw with the Marigold United National Champion and Victoria Yuzuki, that's a pretty big deal. So, honestly, great showing. And this is also good considering, don't forget that Komomo Minami has a shot at the Marigold Superfly Championship on, I believe, January 30th or 31st against Mayu Iwatani. So after this match, I think she looks ready. I think she looks ready. I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see. All right. Next up, we had the first match of the Marigold 3D Trios Championship Tournament. 3D. Dream, Diamond, Destiny. But this is the first match of the tournament. You had the trio of the Marigold World Champion Miku Aono, Megaton, and the Amethyst Butterfly Kouki Amarei. And they took on the trio of Mai Sakurai, Erina Yamanaka, and Natsumi Showzuki. This was a very fun match. Definitely went back and forth. And shout out to Megaton. Megaton got in a good bit of offense in this match and definitely showed some fighting spirit as well. She hung in there. I definitely love the chemistry between Mai Sakurai, Erina Yamanaka, and Natsumi Showzuki. They're definitely really being shown as a strong unit. And it's working. It's definitely working. And, you know, Kouki Amarei, it was really good to see her get in on a lot of the action, which I hope to see more of her, and hopefully she can stay healthy. But it would be Natsumi Showzuki hitting a diving double knee drop onto Megaton and then pinning her for the 1-2-3. Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Showzuki, Erina Yamanaka are your winners and advance to the next round of the tournament. So, not really surprised there. I figured, you know, with Megaton being on a losing streak, I didn't think she was going to win anytime soon. So, not surprised that this went down that way. But, good match overall. Very entertaining. Yeah, had no problem with that. Okay. Our first of 2 championship matches came in way of the Marigold Twin Star Tag Team Championships. As the champions, Darkness Revolution's Dark Wolf CHIAKI and Psycho Speed Misa Matsui, and they defended the titles against the second annual Twin Star Cup winners in the form of Sariyama and Shino, together known as Spunky Monster. And shout out to Spunky Monster as they came to the ring with matching gear, matching colors, that yellow and blue. But yeah, color coordinated. They look like a legit tag team. But yeah, this was pretty much a run back from the finals of that Twin Star Cup, which Spunky Monster defeated Darkness Revolution. So this run back, but for the championships. Good solid match, back and forth. It really went down to the wire between these two teams, but I definitely believe you got a really solid tag team in Spunky Monster. And I believe they're going to continue to grow and do well together. But unfortunately, Darkness Revolution got their lick back and was able to get their win and successfully defend the titles. CHIAKI ended up pinning Shino after hitting a guillotine leg drop. Pinned her for the 1-2-3. Darkness Revolution still your tag team champions. Like I said, great effort from Spunky Monster, but came up a little bit short. But they did say that they're still going to be gunning for those tag team titles. So at least we know we got a solid tag team in Shino and Sariyama, Spunky Monster. So good stuff there. Excuse me. And then the main event. Mayu Iwatani, celebrating her 15th anniversary, put the GHC Women's Championship on the line against the Red Queen, Utami Hayashishita. And I thought it was really interesting. Before the match, they decided to do, the special presentation. And they had a couple of folks show up to present flowers to Mayu Iwatani. Names like Yoko Bito, names like Nane Takahashi, names like Takumi Aroha, all came down and presented flowers to Mayu Iwatani. And when she did her intro, she did the whole helicopter spin with the streamers. And of course, she got tied up in the streamers. But they did that presentation, and then Utami came out. And then they had the match. The match was great. Match was definitely on point. And when you really think about it, these two have wrestled each other quite a decent bit. I think this was their 6th or 7th match against each other. I mean, they got quite a lot of history. I mean, after all, Utami beat Mayu to become the World of Stardom champion. So, I mean, it was a pretty big deal there. But both these ladies look solid. Definitely went back and forth. And honestly, it really could have gone either way. But this was pretty big for Mayu's first defense of the GHC Women's Championship. It was a big deal. It was a really big deal. But Mayu would reign supreme. And it took a 2-stage Dragon Suplex to put away Utami Hayashishita for the 1-2-3. Mayu Iwatani with the win. Defense number 1 secured of the GHC Women's Championship. So congratulations to Mayu. Also, one thing I failed to mention, CHIAKI called out Miku Aono. She still wants a shot at that Marigold World Championship. And Miku Aono still refuses to give her that title shot. To be honest, I don't know when or if she's ever going to get that title shot. My guess is probably the only way that's going to happen is she's probably going to have to win some sort of number 1 contenders match in order to officially get that title shot. Because Miku Aono's not going to willingly give CHIAKI that title shot. Just saying. But yeah. Overall, a solid show. 15 years in the books for Mayu Iwatani. And of course, they had all the wrestlers that competed come out and pose for final picture and all that. And yeah, solid show. And yeah, good stuff. Another thing I wanted to mention for all the Actress Girls fans out there. So apparently it has been announced that Natsuki will be retiring this May, which I think they said May 2nd. It was either May 2nd or May 20th, something like that. But she's going to be retiring this May. Now, I did get a chance to see Natsuki wrestle before. And, the one and only Actress Girls show I went to was the first Actress Girls show. No, not the first one. The last one. I went to the last Actress Girls show of 2024. That was at Corcoran Hall. And that was how I got to see her wrestle live. But yeah, kind of a surprise there. And another thing, Actress Girls is actually going to be coming to the U.S. Very soon. I think it was March or April. I have to look back at the dates, but yeah, they're partnering up with one of the anime conventions to do a performance / I guess pro wrestling event. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty neat because I think that's the first time actress girls will be in the U.S. doing a show collab. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I'm not too keen on actress girls. I've only been to one show, but like in all honesty, I would do another one. I would totally do another one. But yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that I have for this live stream. But yeah, TJPW, Futari, Wild Princess, Max Heart Tournament 6, semifinals are set. Stardom 2025 awards have been set. Mayu Iwatani's happy 15th anniversary as a pro wrestler. And still got quite a lot to look forward to. I mean, for TJPW, we got, this tournament to wrap up and then on the road to Grand Princess 26. For Stardom, we got Supreme Fight in Osaka coming up early next month, February. So quite a lot to look forward to, a lot to get excited about. So should be good. Should be good. But anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are, especially those that are catching the archive of this. Let me know what your thoughts are on each of these events, the award winners, your predictions on who do you think is going to win the Futari Princess Max Heart 6 tournament. And yeah, would love to hear from y'all. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. And hopefully I will be back in North Carolina soon. But until then, this has been another live pro wrestling talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Stay safe. God bless. We'll see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Peace.